Hello everyone, welcome back. BogMod here, playing more Trails Through Daybreak. Last time, we thwarted the Mafia, trying to get nuclear weapons. So that's good. And then we were all very sad that the guy who wanted to give every country nukes, to terrorize them into peace, he died. Very sad. Very sad.
An amazing
We did get to meet the third, very briefly. I would have liked to have interacted more with Hamilton. But we did get to meet the third disciple.
She really is. I couldn't agree more.
We're going to flashback, I think, to some of that interaction right now. There she is.
So you're Lilia's granddaughter. You do resemble her, not just the way you look. I can see you also possess her kindness and strong spirit.
This is one of my great-grandfather's diaries.
This brings me back. I would catch him writing entries from time to time. Oh, this here. This one is about me, Gerhard, and Albert. I still remember that time like it was yesterday.
Well, I only met him once back when I was a youngster. It makes me nostalgic thinking back on it now.
I don't mean to interrupt your reminiscing, but those words toward the end are rather ominous. I can see why it inspired you to risk so much to collect the Genesees.
Yes.
Else all that we know will come to an end.
I can't imagine it's meant to be taken any way other than literally. Especially when you consider how the Genesees have been used so far.
Yeah, they are definitely fancy plot MacGuffins of plot advancement.
Yeah, the kind of shit they're capable of almost feels like a bad joke sometimes.
We've had surprisingly little development about what they exactly are so far. He made 8 of them. They were quote-unquote orbit prototypes. Yet they can do things far beyond any modern technology. But they're not artifacts. They remain a mystery. Games hasn't decided to exposit
So
much
far,
on yet.
We've managed to gather 5 of the 8 Genesees. But do you think it would be better if I left them in the hands of you and the other disciples? And yes.
No, I think there are too much for even us to handle. If they truly are experimental apparatuses that Professor Epstein somehow created to gauge the world.
Yeah, how did he do this?
Then, and
question.
this will sound rather unscientific of me, it's as if destiny willed them to be in your hands. I plan to stay in Calvard for a while, so I'll get in contact with Albert and Gerhard about this.
You know, Hamilton, it's funny you talk about destiny. I wonder what you'd think about a magical causality controlling alchemically created demigod child who could rewrite time. Does that fit with your scientific method?
Fortunately, we happen to have someone else who knows both of them right here with us.
I'd be happy to serve as a mediator between all parties. We have much to discuss about the West Simuria Tech Union as well.
I will also do what I can to help Reset. Is everything still in order with regards to attaching Reset's new parts, Esmeralda?
As in order as can be. Our prospects were already bright with her being such a capable engineer, but with you, they'll be even brighter.
Me and the other artisans will be happy to pitch in with any precise adjustments, too. We'll see they aren't even a millirige off.
Rige. Alright. We very rarely get them to pronounce those words, so.
And I'll help too, of course.
I'm going to pray that.
I don't think we have anything to worry about with this many people on the case. Yes, it really is wonderful to see.
Well, can't say I give a damn about Marduk at the end of the day. Reset's a different story, though. She's one of the team. So take good care of her, if you don't mind.
Oh, Van, you're a good boy.
I don't mind one bit. You said your name was Van, I believe. This may be a strange favor to ask, but I'd like you to look after my teacher's dear descendant. It would mean the world to me.
We can do that. There is a fee.
And if you could please look after her young friends. But you were planning to do that even if I didn't ask, weren't you?
You got me. I'll do what I can to meet my obligation as their employer, at the very least.
There we go.
Van.
We save his ass way more than he saves ours.
Became a giant Grendel and then stopped the baddie.
Is something wrong, Catra?
It's just... I'm so happy you're back. I am.
But there's a protagonist here, and I gotta join him.
But I wasn't able to do a thing in your absence. I feel like such a failure.
Catra.
You've been sleepwalking these past few days or something? We couldn't have dreamed of dealing with this whole mess without you. You are a guide through and through.
We never would have thought to go to that factory without you. And I doubt we could have gotten through to Professor Callahan either.
I mean, we didn't. Ultimately, we didn't. He didn't stop. We had to punch him in the face until he couldn't move anymore.
We owe everything to your efforts and perseverance.
Plus, your orbital drones were a huge help.
You weren't too bad for someone who still looks and thinks like a kid. So, good job on this one, or whatever.
Why do you always gotta be so far up your own ass?
Well, I mean, in his defense, he is the reincarnation of an entity that always seems like it'd be that kind of being. So, he's a victim. Leave him alone. But not too much, because he is an ass.
See now? Not just anyone can be blessed with so many in their corner, you know.
Thank you for all you have done in my absence. It's good to be home. I've missed you, Catra.
Yeah. But not half as much as I've missed you, Gran.
Aww. Misses her so much, and yet, he'll be with us soon enough.
By the way, Agnes, did you manage to finish your report on your visitation to Basel?
I most certainly did.
Yeah,
The
good
others in my
schoolwork.
group helped a lot too. And we ended up receiving some very positive feedback from the school.
Man, I hope the teachers could have, that the things could have been, giving you maybe a little more time. I helped stop a nuclear apocalypse. Can I get an extension on my paper, please?
Though I'm happy Ren was willing to cover up so much for me. No, happy isn't what I should be saying, is it?
Happy works.
The old
Grateful
fart
too.
broken moral compass starting to rub off on you, huh?
I'm being careful not to go too far. I don't want to end up like Van.
Ouch. That's great. Be nice.
Hey,
Yeah. All right, don't worry, Van. I'm in your corner.
Oh, we're almost done with the roasted chestnuts.
I look forward to these every year. Their fragrance and soft texture really hammer home that fall is here.
Here you go again. Took the last of them too, you bastard.
Hey, he's a man who can at least give it to the man who does appreciate it, Aaron.
Don't worry, we have another batch.
It's interesting though. So at least where I live, when we're in November, I count that as, oddly enough, I feel like that's a winter month. Fall is actually how I feel. So, to put in context, Western Canada, a very brief period, which covers mostly September and October. That's fall. And then getting into November, and then you got like November, December, January, February. That's winter. Winter gets like 4 months, I feel. And then spring. Right, your March, April, May. And as May tapers off, June, July, August. Those are There's summer. So, just with my part of the world, how I feel, the weather and everything, winter gets to be a little longer at the expense of fall. How it feels. And then you have your normal spring and summer. I wonder how is I guess I don't really know much about climate over in Japan. But those of you watching at home, how are things where you live in terms of the seasons? We're in the game. We're in November. Do you count that as fall? Are we heading into winter? Let me know.
Hello. I hope I'm not interrupting.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Rosette.
A lovely day to you all. I'm here to resume work once more.
Yay, we got our cyborg back.
Reset.
That's our maid. 3 o'clock on the dot.
You're all good now, then?
I'm the picture of health, thank you. Professor Hamilton, her students, and many others took excellent care of me. My new artificial limbs are a vast improvement over my previous ones, even.
Ooh.
I can see I've had you all very worried. I'm so very sorry.
Oh, Reset. Of course we were worried. We're so glad to have you back. Welcome home, Reset.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
We've got a solid chunk of work that's been piling up, including managing the pay coming in from our last job. You got time to help me out with it right now?
All the time in the world. Oh, but first,
Of course. There they are.
Theo?
Whoa! The hell?
Saros?
Down, Zeros, and come back here, Theo.
Petra, what are you doing here?
He was drawn in by the power of
he
protagonist.
came along to make sure everything was how it should be after all the work that was done on me. Though he has something else he wishes to discuss in addition to that.
It's a bit cramped, but there's a wired connection to the orbital network here at least. I should be able to work in this environment.
What?
Don't tell me.
Fans cluing in.
That's right. I'm going to be helping out around here for a while. I'll admit that Professor Hamilton may have been the one to recommend it, but the final decision was mine. All of you remarkably captured my interest during our time together. Not just because of Agnes's Genesis, but because of that Grendel and Mare too.
And also, Agnes is pretty. He might have had a bit of a tiny bit of a... Maybe a little bit of interest in Agnes. Maybe just teensy bit.
I suppose no one can blame you for that.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that either.
I'm also concerned on a broader level. Basel doesn't appear to be the only place where criminals are misusing tech for nefarious purposes. So I think Arkwright Solutions is going to need its own technical advisor, don't you?
I mean, you and Rosette can definitely team up there.
Actually, a good point.
A very good point. While I am well versed in modern technology, my field is software, not hardware.
Those black and silver thingies would be good backup in a fight, too. What's it gonna be, Chief?
His precious pay. Another employee.
Screw it. What's one more at this point?
That's the spirit
I'll
fan.
introduce you to our landlords later.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to working here.
Oh, but Reset, Catra, you've got to try the roasted chestnuts. They're super soft and sweet.
Van ate them all.
I'll go and make some more coffee for us, too.
Silly fairy. Van ate them all. Remember? We covered that. He ate the last one. Same time, the Van Tail District. Oh, it's the Revolutionary Museum. We haven't had to go. Gone to this district yet.
You served me well in Basel.
Mr. President!
We could have had quite the crisis on our hands if events had been allowed to play out as our foes wanted.
Thank you, sir. Though I believe most of the credit goes to our agent in the field and the Principality's representatives. I will admit that I did not anticipate you hiring Marduk to act when they did, however.
They will do whatever you ask so long as the price is right. It makes them rather convenient in times like these. There are advantages to their being a neutral organization beholden to no government, even if using their services requires an objective mindset. I imagine you can see their merits as well, Professor Cronkite.
I do. At least they are competent, unlike a certain superior of mine that I could name.
I don't disagree. The time is long past due for Vern to appoint a new CEO. We can maintain the status quo as long as Professor Hamilton remains in the Republic. But as soon as she departs, we will indeed make the necessary arrangements.
I see no issue with that timeline.
Roy Gramhart.
Now, as we previously agreed, I think it's about time you got to work.
I believe the game has hinted at him being Anya's dadums.
After all, this project will bring about massive change to the Republic, to the entire world. Nothing will be the same after the Republican Army's Zeku space base is completed.
Oh, okay, all right. Did not expect the space base comment. But you know what? I remembered, I did mention that after what happened with the Death Satellite stuff, why not be more investing into satellite stuff? So you know what? Space base. All right. I'm curious to know how they're managing that one. Because flying rockets into the space was traditionally, in my understanding of history, not exactly a subtle
Truly
thing.
well done. Then I'll update your rank.
Oh, did I get the correct number? Did I miss anything? Please, don't let me have missed anything. 65 points, 238, perfect! I am still good. That pleases me.
I'll gladly take that.
Ooh. Increases Art's power, but increases EP cost when boosted. Oh, that's not a bad
Can't
idea.
complain with that.
I'm truly honored.
Catra Elysian. Together with Fio and Zeros, I'll do whatever I can to assist.
I have no idea how to figure out who's Employee of the Month. Oh, this is different. This is not Longport. Oh, this is, well, I didn't remember the name, but I was going to say it's the place Reen went to, and we've heard mentioned a few times as the other fancy Eastern place. Longlai. Oh, there she is. Ishgal Mountains, Southern Canopy.
Zeroth form. Duality.
Did she cut it in half? With?
Thank goodness. Looks like I'm in good form tonight.
It's basically a proto-Aurelia.
I wasn't sure I could even perfect the zeroth form after being told to do it out of nowhere. But I think I've earned the right to hold my head up high to Master's younger disciple now. Not that I can see him joining us up on stage anytime soon.
All is ready, Princess.
In record time, too.
But she's a Divine Blade level. She's apparently better than Reen. How old is Aurelia? Aurelia she's 30, I guess she's 34 at this point, given timeline advancement. But, yeah, basically, super swords lady. Yeah, it took her a year to master the Arseid school. And she's already a master, and she was a master at the Vander school before that. So yeah, you know, this is your basic super sword prodigy.
We couldn't have asked for a bigger client, and this is the first long-term contract we've had in a while. We can afford to take it easy for our first task at least. But the time has come to reaffirm our existence to the world. Tread lightly, for the Ikaruga lurk in the shadows.
So she noticed us. I should have known we couldn't deceive the Divine Blade of Silver. This is a reconnaissance and force mission. We only need to assess their capabilities, not win the battle. Our foes are both above S rank in strength. Strike in the Blitz Halberd formation.
Oh, she's gonna kill you all.
I plan to depart for the east after speaking with him.
And with eye patch.
How fortunate that I was able to catch a glimpse of the Living Legends covert student before doing so.
I don't think I know this guy.
I cannot help but wonder what she fights for with those unusual talents of hers. But that mystery, along with what lurks here beneath the Konlon Mountains under Calvert's stormy skies, will have to wait. Now is not the time to investigate further. Though it would be a shame to let this encounter go to waste. It might be worth pitting my own greenhorn student against her to see how he fares.
All right. Well, obviously one of the already established characters. Could be Van's master. I can't remember if we had much about who taught Aaron his skills. Greenhorn student. Those are the only two that really come to mind with that reference. Unless he's going even back to, like, maybe a Class 7 student or one of those. I have to see what weapon he uses. That might give us a clue. No answer. I don't want to know quite yet. Ah, the Maserati. Oh, Judith, no, you're not with Maxim, are you?
I have to admit, I never thought you would be the one asking to go out with me.
Oh, Judith, you can do better.
We did appear at an event together. Was that all it took to spark such a passionate plea?
I'd like to believe I put more passion into my films than anyone, if nothing else. I'm sure it's the same with you and racing. And how these two passionate souls can finally have the talk I've always wanted. Even if I feel bad for your girlfriend and fans for meeting with you like this.
My partner in life is my Carl, have you know? Of course, I have been known to savor some special moments with only the most beautiful of women.
And flirt with teenagers.
Oh, look at you, laying on the charm. So, no girlfriend? Could I take that to mean that you also don't have a wife or kids?
I feel like you probably know the answer. Like, he's a famous race car. I feel like it's public enough knowledge.
Of course I don't.
Odd response.
Anyway, it would be a shame to just let the evening end with dinner now that we're together like this. What do you say to joining me for a drive on the expressway? As for whether that will be where the night ends, well, that will be up to us.
Oh. He sure is used to this. He makes even cringeworthy lines like that seem totally natural.
You know, I feel like if there was an actual decent spark between two people, that wouldn't be so cringeworthy.
Whatever. This is my chance to see if there's any truth to that rumor about him traveling the country. That's fine by me. I'm looking forward to seeing how fast you can...
What was...
Z1 Racer Maxim Lugan! I'm a reporter with Buzz Raider magazine. Think we could steal a few minutes of your time?
Ooh, it's the paparazzi.
Buzz Raider? Not the gossip rag that's even worse than Meld.
I'll take that as a yes. Excellent. So, we know you've been everywhere from Tharbad and Longport to Messeldom and Crossbell in the past 3 months. You're a bit of a globetrotter in your off time, wouldn't you say? Now, it's clear you've been living up to your single status to find yourself a girl in every town. Then, could it be you're on the hunt for one here in Edith now, too?
How did you... Have you been following me everywhere I go? I'll admit that I spend my nights out on the town, but that's not why I'm traveling around.
Dude, why are you giving them anything?
Holy cannoli!
Wait, she's got nothing to do with...
I can't believe what a scoop we have on our hands. Meld's gonna be eating our dust with this one. So, how long have the two of you been dating, Miss Judith Lanster?
Those photos will never see the light of day. Come on, your Grim Cat. Those photos will never see the light of day. Surely. Surely. Yes, we have 7, so we have a week. Alright. The 9th, another week later. Kids playing with Robo-Dog. Good, some mechanical wolf, right? Awesome. Strong 2. Some kind of guardian beast from a fairy tale. He's awesome. Just made me think of good old police doggo there. Archiesaurus. He can bark too. Can we pet him? Easy to. Don't upset him. That van's just a mag for strange types, isn't he? Those animals seem like a good bunch, but still. Oh man, they're good. You mean the happiest I've seen in a while. She's just the cutest darn thing you ever did see. You're a different person when you're talking about her. Not like that van is broadening his circle of friends and acquaintances. It's nice to see.
Market purchase is complete. 5 kilograms of mussels, 3 kilograms of shrimp, and 2 kilograms of artichokes purchased. Please confirm.
Didn't Amazon or something have like a thing about doing drone deliveries? I'm telling you, advanced. I really sound old. No, in your defense, Victor. Technology really has quickly advanced in this game. 20 years ago, you didn't have the airplane, and now you've got drones. Autonomous drones that can do the shopping. I want to be sure to give them all the food they need. Mysterious tale in long line. Intermission. Oh, intermission.
So let's shift the topic toward the Genesis and Vans Grendel. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be possible to learn anything about the Genesis' nature from them directly. They appear to have some kind of protection, akin to artifacts, keeping their secrets from us.
Okay.
I can't fathom why they only react to on yes either. It does feel as though the Mafia knows a fair amount about them, though.
Alright, that's interesting, though. Though I suppose that is one way to get around why we can't learn anything. Magic! The impression they don't know how they're doing what they're doing with them. Just have an idea of what they can do. Or like disposal tools, for whatever they want to do at any given point. No better way of putting it, yeah. Taken 4 back from them so far, and that's how it seemed every time. Yeah, even know what happens to a Genesis after they're done with it. With learning here, they do seem to be pretty consistent in how they've used the Genesis too. Refer to everything they've done as an experiment. Just freeing with their minds, or installing a human's persona in a machine. That has kept using the Genesis as a trigger for various kinds of unnatural phenomena. That's occurred once it's been stopped. How that isn't behind that's happened again and again. Now, Grendel! And the previous results for further study is a crucial factor in science and engineering. Don't know about the Grendel. You know, as that's comprised of high density shards. It needs to be activated, or rather, a version of her that possesses free will. Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. An alternative version shows up that acts differently.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
A custom holo developed by Marduk. Her source code is classified, which was created using AI knowledge purchased from multiple companies, saying that the holo designed by Marduk does not have free will. It says you can also talk. Kind of say, well, I feel like, what's it? Theo has limited talking ability. She's clearly got a sense of self. I've seen that way in this. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Anya's. I don't see a number of possible responses to get the illusion of free will. We have enough space for that much code, right? Yeah, but it's the magical power of the techno Genesis devices that definitely kick in. Special test to be absolutely sure either way. But the mare that possesses free will seems to be a life form composed entirely of data. Like the professor was! So it can be assumed that mare is an AI app that's achieved free will. That would have to be the Genesis. Yeah. Smart of you, Rosette, but I can't say I fully trust anything Mordek says or does. Causing offense, I understand why you would feel that way. I think even they have their limits. I can't wonder exactly where the material that formed her source code came from. They trusted her to Van, believing that she would exhibit so much unusual... Yeah, I don't think they were planning for that. Exactly, yes! Exactly right, Katra. Something to do more with the Genesis than what Marduk was up to. If there's one thing that would qualify... Is it? Another way, something happened to Mare that allowed her to evolve past that massive hurdle. We're in the goddess's territory. It's just that evolution was a process intended to let we humans shape the world around us. Odd, okay. Let's help this bring about our latent potential. The Book of Shahat, verse 2. Jokanan's letter. Interesting. Is everything right? There's appearance, the shards going berserk. Alright. We'll see it all, including what role the Genesis played it. This haphazard, dangerous way. Yeah. We could do some science! The rest, but if we're getting a chance to stop him causing trouble, we should take it. Yeah. Force whatever the other transformation conditions are. Yeah. Go grab Mary Bear when she's up, right? Recording Fio. Okay. Neat. I'm glad they're trying to be like, you know, we gotta get some analysis done on this. So that could be fun. The Genesis being there. If you're not on board, we won't go ahead with it. That. Worried about what you might be hurt in the process. The chance of learning something more about the Genesis than the Grendel. It's promising. Do what I can to support you. Alright. Today's work. Catcher's trial period, of course.
Though, I honestly can't imagine it would take me long to grasp exactly what you do here. But go ahead and show me exactly what being a Spriggan is all about.
It's coming along. Oh, okay, well, last time we did... Last time we did this, we took Fairy with us, and we left Aaron to flirt. Because we had to take Rosette. But then, in the city, we took Aaron. So this time, let's take Rosette. Oh, we could have... Oh, we don't have to go to summon anymore. We can modify our armor yourself. Nice.
Time to update this.
Modifying your ornament, are you?
Oh, we got Gap. S-Craft Power plus 60. Cover time 80. Interesting. Power plus 60. 10% 50. Oh. I think I want to equip Anya's with that, actually.
Activating maintenance mode.
Holocore Lorraine, now activated.
Well, you know what we are going to do, though? We are running a little long. Let's take our break here. We'll come back soon, of course. And we'll get more done. But,
Switching to maintenance mode.
Yeah. It's fall in the city.